Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be reading chapter 6 of The Chocolate Touch. Hope you enjoy. When the others had been excused to go on for their mid-morning play, John had to go and stand by Miss Plimsoll's desk. "John," Miss Plimsoll said, "you mustn't make up silly stories to excuse your failures. I must have the truth. What did you do with your pencil?" "This is it," John said, showing Miss Plimsoll the pointed stick of chocolate. "Really it is. It's changed." "What do you mean it's changed?" Miss Plimsoll demanded. "This isn't that's my pencil. That's my pencil," John tried to explain. "Only it isn't the same any more. Nothing stays the same today if I put it into my mouth. The same thing happened when I chewed my gloves. They were chocolate too." "John," said Miss Plimsoll slowly, "do you feel all right?" "Yes, thank you," John said. "I feel all right, except," he added, "I'm getting so thirsty. The water from the water fountain turned to chocolate, and so did the water upstairs. I would like a drink of cold water." "Yes, yes, John," Miss Plimsoll said. She suddenly looked pale. "You run out and play with the others. I'm going to have a talk with the nurse. And John," Miss Plimsoll said, as she started to walk towards the classroom door, "here's another pencil. Be a good boy and try not to lose it. I'm afraid I'll have to keep this piece of chocolate until school's out. You know we can't allow anyone to eat candy in class." Miss Plimsoll put the slightly chewed chocolate pencil in her desk drawer, and John went out looking for Susan. He found her skipping rope with two girls in his class. John usually scorned skipping jokes. He preferred hide and seek, tag, FBI, and spies, kick the can, or any other good, exciting game. Jumping up and down in one place just to avoid being hit by a rope seemed silly to him, but he was sorry for having spoiled Susan's silver dollar, and he was willing to make a sacrifice. "Susan," he said. Susan continued to bounce on one foot as her two friends swung the rope over and under, over and under, over and under her. She didn't seem to notice John. "I'll skip with you," he offered. Susan stopped, and the rope was caught by her shins. "Let's try doubles, backwards," she said, but not to John. She ignored John. "You go first, Betty, Ellen, you go second. I'll go last. The one who does the most time gets the first slice of my birthday cake." Susan looked at John, raised her eyebrows, shut her eyes, and stuck out the tip of her pink tongue. Then she turned back to the girls and smiled. Ellen whispered in Betty's ear, and Betty whispered some in Susan's ear. Then all three of them looked at John and at each other and burst out laughing. "Oh, Susan," John protested, "I didn't mean to. There's trouble, and there's something magic going about me today. Everything I put in my mouth turns to chocolate." The girls giggled. "You wouldn't like it," said John, who was beginning to feel sorrier for himself than he had ever felt before. "I think it's getting worse," he added reproachfully. "At first the part of my mouth turns into chocolate. When I nibbled the end of my pencil, the whole pencil changed." "Pooh!" Susan said. The others hooted with glee. "Maybe I'll get sick and die," John warned. "Maybe I'll turn into chocolate myself. Then you'll be sorry." "I don't believe one word about the chocolate," Susan said. "And if it was true, you'd be glad because all you ever like eating is chocolate." "You don't believe me," John retorted. "Just give me the skipping rope and I'll prove it." The girls looked questioningly at each other for an instant, but as they hesitated, the bell rang and it was time to go to the classroom. The rest of the morning passed slowly for John. He was afraid that his mother was going to be cross about the missing gloves. She might not accept the excuse that he had eaten them. He regretted his messed up arithmetic test. He was sad about Susan's anger and disbelief, and he was getting terribly thirsty. Once during geography and once during art, he was excused to get a drink of water. Both times, however, he swallowed nothing but sweet chocolate. His mouth was getting stickier and sweeter and drier by the minute. That's the end of chapter 6. Chapters keep on getting shorter. Or maybe I'm just reading faster. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you could understand me. If Okay, until next time.